Why do narcissists always use very dirty ways to end a relationship? Let's find out. Are you prepared to uncover the shocking realities of how narcissists end relationships? You may think you understand them, but when it comes to severing ties, their methods are cold and calculating. Today, I'll share with you the 3 most underhanded techniques they use to end relationships, and trust me, you won't want to miss this. Welcome to our community. If this is your first time here, I'm thrilled you found us. Be sure to hit subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss the latest insights on regaining your strength and breaking free from narcissistic control. Let's dive into a topic that's not only emotionally challenging but also incredibly confusing: the 3 devious ways narcissists end relationships. We all know how difficult it can be to navigate life with them, even on the best days. But when it's time to let go, their manipulation intensifies, leaving you uncertain and completely destabilized. But here's the silver lining: knowledge is your strongest tool. Once you understand these tactics, you'll be able to defend yourself and emerge even more resilient. So grab your favorite drink, whether it's coffee, matcha, or tea, and let's explore how you can protect yourself from these toxic behaviors. Tactic 1: the character assassination. One of the go-to methods narcissists use when ending a relationship is character assassination. This manipulative maneuver is widely employed by narcissists and takes shape in subtle backstabbing, rumors, and even public defamation. They don't just disappear. Instead, they feel the need to tarnish your reputation through misleading stories, twisted truths, and false accusations. Often, they will try to position themselves as the innocent party while painting you as the villain, insinuating that you are unreliable, unworthy of trust, or even dangerous. When faced with this, it's essential to stay grounded and unaffected by their attempts. The truth has a way of coming to the surface over time. Keep your integrity intact, and document every dishonest act or false claim they make. This can serve as vital proof down the road. Their lies will eventually unravel, exposing the inconsistencies in their version of events. Whether it's unfulfilled promises or unethical actions, their patterns will begin to show. Surround yourself with those who genuinely care for you and won't be swayed by their slander. The emotional toll of this can be significant, especially if it strains your relationships with loved ones or colleagues. You may notice some people pulling away, influenced by the narcissist's deceptions. However, trust that those who truly know and love you will remain by your side, even when the situation feels isolating. Their smear campaign is simply a tactic to defend their fragile self-image and deflect responsibility. It's nothing more than a desperate attempt to control the narrative and shift blame. The most effective response is to avoid engaging with them at all costs. Resist the temptation to defend yourself or respond to their attacks, as this only fuels their narrative. Instead, stay focused on collecting evidence. Save any messages, social media posts, or statements that highlight their deceit. If the damage is significant enough, consider seeking legal advice to address any professional or personal repercussions. Rely on those who truly understand your character, and most importantly, take time for self-care, whether through meditation, exercise, or moments of quiet reflection. Make sure you nurture your own well-being. Tactic 2: the reeling in technique. A frequent method narcissists use is the reeling in technique. This refers to their efforts to pull you back into their sphere when you're starting to heal and move on with your life. They suddenly show up, often through texts, calls, or messages, acting like a vacuum, pulling you back into their toxic grasp. This can show up as surprise apologies, promises of change, or desperate requests for your help. You may hear phrases like, "I now see where I went wrong. I can't survive without you. I'll go to therapy. I swear I'll be a better person." They may even go as far as manipulating your compassion, suggesting they're in deep distress and that only you can help them. It's vital to understand that this tactic isn't about genuine affection or remorse. Rather, it's about regaining control over you. When they sense they're losing their grip, they scramble to regain their power by playing on your emotions and making you feel obligated to return to their unstable world. The real danger of this tactic lies in its ability to exploit your natural empathy and hopes. You might catch yourself thinking, maybe this time they've really changed. But the truth is, the cycle is bound to repeat, just as it always has. To defend yourself against this manipulation, it's crucial to recognize the signs early and set unwavering boundaries. Be firm. Absolutely not. I will not fall for this again. I'm moving forward, and I'm not going back to that. Focus on how far you've come and remind yourself of the lessons learned from the past. The pattern is all too familiar, and the ending is always the same. Keep moving ahead with confidence and conviction. Tactic 3. The abrupt rejection. One of the most startling tactics narcissists employ is the abrupt rejection. 1 minute, everything seems perfectly fine, and the next, you're met with complete silence, leaving you in a state of shock. It's like being hit with a sudden emotional blow, as though you were invisible. One moment, they're showering you with affection, and the next, they disappear without a trace, leaving you utterly perplexed. This strategy is meant to disorient and destabilize you, creating emotional turmoil. The aim of this sudden cutoff is to confuse and undermine your sense of self. You might begin to question your value, your identity, and your reality. You may replay every conversation, searching for the reason behind their withdrawal. But the reality is, it's not about you at all. This behavior is a reflection of their own deep-seated issues, often stemming from past wounds. Their inability to empathize is clear, and this abrupt abandonment is simply a way for them to maintain control. The sudden disappearance might be because they've found a new source of validation or simply want to assert their dominance. Recognize this for what it truly is: a manipulative tactic designed to make you feel powerless. They feed off your confusion and distress because it reinforces their sense of control. By leaving you hanging, they avoid any accountability for their actions or the hurt they've caused. They don't want you to gain closure, as it would force them to face their own shortcomings. If you find yourself in this painful situation, it's crucial to see it for what it is: an emotional manipulation from someone incapable of healthy relationships. Don't waste your energy seeking answers or validation from them. They are unlikely to give you the closure you need. Instead, focus on leaning into the support of those who genuinely care about you. Remind yourself that this behavior says more about their emotional instability than your worth. If you've experienced this kind of sudden rejection, I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments. Your story might help someone else who's struggling with a similar situation. As we come to a close, I want you to truly take this to heart. You are far more powerful than any narcissist you come across. They might try to make you feel small, but the reality is their fear of you outweighs your own fears. Keep in mind, they only have control if you give it to them. Stay resolute, stand tall, and never look back. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to share it with anyone who could use a confidence boost. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay in the loop with all the latest tips for empowerment and self-mastery. Thank you for being here with me today. Always remember, today is the ideal moment to begin building the life you've always dreamed of. You possess the inner strength to not just endure, but to flourish. Until next time, stay resilient, stay strong, and keep shining your light.